Student friends, once again we are meeting in this week to continue with topic number 3, paper number 16, that is mobile communication. In last week, in the last period, we studied the concept of cell, how it is going to be formulated and its operation. The reason why mobile phone is also called as cell phone or cellular phone. We studied that a cell is a geographical region in which it uses high power transmitter and receiver to communicate the signal. But this large geographical region is divided into smaller geographical regions. Each small region is called as a cell, and each cell is having its own low power transmitter and receiver. This will increase the speed of mobile communication, as we consider as mobile communication is the vehicle that carries the device along with us when we move from one place to the another place. That device we can call it as it is a mobile device. It is very compact, it is small in size, it is a multifunctional device, it is user friendly, it is a wireless device, it can be used in business, it can be used in emergency period. So that's why the device is more popular. But it operates on the principle of cellular operation. We also studied that each cell consists of cell site, and also each cell consists of MTSO, that is mobile telephone switching office. Each and every call is routed via telephone exchange through MTSO. Each and every cell is connected with each other by means of an cell site through the telephone link or by means of an microwave radiations. We also studied that it works on the principle of the frequency reuse. The strength of cellular phone is always monitored in the cell as far as the transmitting and receiving towers are being considered. Depends upon monitored cell strength, it decides whether the cell phone carrying vehicle is moving from one cell to the another cell. When the cell phone moves from one cell to the another cell, the received strength of the tower from which the cell phone is moving decreases, whereas the cell in which it is moving, its receiving tower indicates the more signal strength. Hence, naturally, the signal power is handed from one cell to the another cell. It is known as handoff concept. We also studied that it operates on the frequency of 800 to 900 megahertz with 666 channels, each having bandwidth of 30 kilohertz. So all this concept we have studied in the last period, in the last week. Now we are going to proceed to study the block diagram of cell phone, or we can call it as the block diagram of mobile phone. Students, you are well aware that cell phone is a device which is very compact, user friendly, wireless. It can be carried away along with us anywhere It is a multifunctional device, so it is the most popular. Because a small child is using mobile in present day. That is the specialty of that particular functional mobile device. The mobile device contains a physical device known as handset, and in that there is a card which performs the function of communicating aspect, which is softwarely configured. The combination of handset along with a card which were developed by several different companies. At the beginning, AT&T is the first company. Then nowadays, Airtel, Idea, Tata Docomo, Vodafone, Reliance, many companies are developed that particular cell phone card. Thus, basically, we can say it consists of handset, and within that there is a card. The same aspect of the cell phone is represented block diagrammatically in this figure. It contains the antenna. Antenna is omnifunctional antenna. Single antenna is there, which is going to act as a transmitting antenna. Well, the voice calls are transmitted, and same antenna is going to act as a receiving antenna when voice call is coming. Along with antenna, it also contains the transmitter is one of the block. The role of transmitter is to perform the necessary aspects to transmit the signal and keep ready for the purpose of transmission. Maybe it produces the signal which is amplified, which is modulated, which is coded as per requirement of the signal to be transmitted. The transmitted power is fed to antenna through the duplexer. Duplexer is a unit that couples antenna to the transmitter as well as to the receiver. The receiver is the another block that receives the voice signal, performs the necessary process within it, that is re-amplification, demodulation, decoding, and then it provides that particular signal at the destination place. Means from the point of view of voice signal, we can say the signal is given to the speaker. From the speaker, we are going to hear the audible sound. In the transmitter, signal will be picked up from the mic. It will be converted into electrical signal, and then it is processed in the transmitter. That is amplification, modulation, coding, power amplification, and then feeding that signal to the antenna through the duplexer. But for transmitter as well as for the receiver, necessary frequencies are to be provided. In a transmitter, modulation process is to be taking place, and for that particular purpose, high frequency carrier is necessary. That is to be provided. And also, in receiver, for the demodulation purpose, local oscillator generates the frequency. Now these required frequencies are produced from the frequency synthesizer. And that's why the frequency synthesizer is the block which is connected to transmitter as well as to the receiver. In addition to these block, it makes use of logic unit. So logic unit is the kind of an unit that performs almost all the logical operations, logical decisions for the purpose of transmission, for the purpose of reception, are being taken by means of a logic unit in the cell phone. This contains almost all the logical circuitries. In addition to that, it makes use of the control unit. Control unit is used to control all the aspects and procedures which are going to be performed within that particular cell phone. Till for transmitting the signal and also from receiving the signal at the receiver, to provide the necessary frequencies for the transmitter as well as the receiver, to provide the received signal to the destination, to search the number to whom the dialing is to be done, or to recognize the number from which the call is coming. All those decisions are controlled logically as well as from the point of a control aspect by using the control unit. To perform all these tasks externally for user, physically, few things are made available on the handset. Here we have represented that part as a handset. Obviously, all these are the hardware aspects within that particular handset. If you look handset personally in front of you, it carries the keyboard by using which you can dial the number, you can perform any procedure. It has a mic, it has a transmitter, mic as a transmitter, and it has a speaker which is going to act as a receiver. Speaker is used to get the audio signal, audio voice signal. Mic is used to receive the acoustic sound signal and get it converted into the electrical signal. Both are available as an external device attached to the handset. It also carries a keyboard to dial the number. As a being it is a multifunctioning device, many aspects are going to be performed by using the keyboard, for which students you are well aware. Along with that, it carries a display on which you are going to observe whatever the things which you are doing and whatever the things which you are going to be receiving. All those are going to be observed on the display device. Nowadays, modern handsets are going to be attached with camera also as an external device. By using, you can take the photographs. So smart mobile phones are nowadays available. Nowadays, mobile is not only used for voice signal communication, but it is also used to perform many smart functions like calculator, audio song hearing, video song hearing, watching the picture, getting academic calendar. So many apps are there which are used for the entertaining purpose. That's why we can say nowadays mobile is not simply going to act as voice communicating device, but it is, in short, we can say multifunctional, multidimensional, portable, wireless, compact, small size device which one can carry from one vehicle to the another vehicle when will travel from one cell to the another cell. Generally, that is what the block diagramic representation of the cell phone or cellular phone. If you look at here, handset is connected with the control unit because it is controlled via keyboard, via mic, via speaker, or even by using the display device. So that's why this is represented separately. Externally, you can control. That signal is given to the control unit. Control unit produces the timing signals which are given to the logic unit. Logic unit performs the logical steps. Accordingly, logic signals are provided to the respective blocks, that is receiver, frequency synthesizer and transmitter. Look at here, these are the connectors which are represented. As per logic steps generated, software generated, already existing in that, transmitter does the job of transmitting the signal via duplexer connected to the antenna. A receiver is going to do the job of receiving the signal from the antenna, and frequency synthesizer, which is connected almost all the block, that is to transmitter as well as receiver, to provide carrier frequency for modulation purpose and local oscillator frequency for the demodulation purpose. Thus, cell phone does the very vital role to transmit voice communication. Dear students, please do remember that we are studying the mobile phone or cell phone from the point of view of only voice signal communication. The rest of the applications are already associated with the cell phone, as these applications are not necessary for the communication point of view, but those you can learn it easily by self-learning aspect. As even small child is learning the mobile, once the mobile is in his or in her hand, automatically the small baby starts using the keyboard, using the display device, giving expressions for that particular mobile. So rest of the apps, rest of the applications can be self-recognizable or self-understandable. But our syllabus is being considered. We are interested just to communicate the voice signal from that point of view. This is the block diagramic aspect of the cell phone or the mobile. The block diagram of cellular mobile unit has a handset, which you already studied, transmitter, receiver, frequency synthesizer, logic unit, control unit, and antenna. Mobile radio can drive operating power from car battery or inbuilt rechargeable battery. Nowadays we are using car battery for the charging of the mobile also. That's why that aspect is given. Or it has inbuilt its own battery. As same antenna is used for transmission and reception, as we have studied in the block diagram. Transmitter transmits the modulated frequency voice signal from microphone after amplification through duplexer, whereas the receiver receives the signal from antenna, demodulates and makes audible through the speaker. Frequency synthesizer provides necessary frequency carrier to the transmitter and local oscillator frequency to the receiver. The logic unit is used to perform all logical steps involved in voice signal communication. Control unit controls entire operation of the cellular system by generating necessary timing and control signals. Handset includes LCD display, keypad, microphone, and speaker are necessarily used by the cell phone user. By using keypad, one can dial the number which will display on the display unit. One can use the mic to speak and speaker to listen incoming voice. So that's what the meaning of the block diagram of the mobile. Dear students, from the next period onward, we are going to study details of transmitter, details of frequency synthesizer, details of receiver, details of logic unit, and details of even control unit. All these units are discussed individually in forthcoming periods. Students, let us stop here only. We'll meet again in the next period.